Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Less than 400 days to go for the 2024 general elections and the opposition camp is heating up. While addressing a rally in poll-bound Nagaland, Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge made a big declaration. The leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha said a Congress-led opposition alliance will unseat the BJP in 2024. Congress maintains there cannot be any opposition big enough to take on Narendra Modi without the grand old party as a lead and fulcrum. The opposition doesn't agree. The likes of BRS, TMC, Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party and more have repeatedly said they have no faith in the Congress and its ability to beat the BJP and that Congress cannot assume a leadership role. But recently, Nitish Kumar did ask the Congress to take a lead in uniting the opposition. Bihar Chief Minister said that if the opposition comes together, then the saffron party, the BJP, cannot win more than 100 seats. There's no evidence of that, to be honest, that even if all non-NDA parties come together, that BJP will be in trouble. This, even if parties who are opposed to the Congress somehow bite their lips and decide to come together ahead of 2024. Alliances just don't reap that kind of dividend like this anymore. On-ground chemistry doesn't work like this. Let's not forget, in many states, the same parties fight each other quite bitterly. Akhilesh and Rahul came together in 2017 Uttar Pradesh polls to take on the BJP. The saffron party won big. Mayawati and Akhilesh came together ahead of 2019 general elections in UP. The BJP won 80% of the seats. The need of the hour is a strong and vigilant opposition. But can there be a united opposition when most of them have national ambitions and are busy fighting each other? That's a whole other ballgame. So is the Congress woefully out of touch of its own standing when it declares it will lead an alliance to power in 2024? We'll take that question to our guests in just a bit. But first up, a reminder of what Mallikarjun Kharge has said. He said an alliance government will be formed at the centre in 2024. That's also the first big admission of sorts, accepting that they need an alliance to beat BJP. He added, talks are going on with other parties. To be honest, one wonders where and when, because most other big regional parties are not seeing eye to eye with the Congress. Here's the kicker. Kharge says Congress will be leading this alliance. He also said people will teach a lesson to the BJP in 2024 and let 100 Modi Shah come. Congress-led alliance will form a government in 2024. Congress as an opposition fulcrum. Do the numbers really support the claim that they make that they are the ones who have to do this? Now, Congress's strike rate is only 9% in the 2019 elections. 19% of vote share in the last election, general elections gone by. They won only 8% of the seats in a direct contest with the BJP. This is the biggest Achilles heel of the Congress party. There are 93 seats, mind you, where the Congress has lost the last 4 elections. So their ability to come back to power is also looking very, very circumspect. There is no Congress Rajya Sabha MP today in 17 states. They are just no longer holding that kind of length and breadth of the country as they used to. It also recently, let's not forget, registered its worst performance in Gujarat in the elections gone by last year. So why should others accept Congress as a leader? Take a look at how Congress and other opposition leaders also keep fighting each other. Rahul Gandhi has only recently said that TMC is corrupt. They have brought violent politics in Bengal. This is while campaigning in the Northeast. He has also gone on to say that TRS is BJP's B team, AIMIM is BJP's C team. They just do not see eye to eye. Mamata Banerjee, TMC chief, has said that the Congress has no moral right to seek votes. Remember, her nephew Abhishek Banerjee had said in the past that a vote for the Congress is a vote for the BJP. Akhilesh Yadav of the Samajwadi Party has recently snubbed the Congress as far as the Bharat Jodo Yatra is concerned. He says Congress and the BJP are the same. Mayawati, BSP. Congress is biased against Dalits and BSP. She also reminded them Dalit ki beti was attacked during SP's rule. So remember, they came together in the past, but we all know that that's just not going to happen again. Arvind Kejriwal of the Aam Aadmi Party, he has said that Rahul Gandhi is enough to weaken the Congress. They fought the Congress bitterly in the Gujarat elections. It's not just about party ambitions or positions though. There are also personal ambitions. Everyone wants to be the next PM contender. Rahul Gandhi from the Congress party, the party is unclear about the face, but he is clearly the biggest name. Arvind Kejriwal, he is eyeing a national role after the Aam Aadmi Party won majority in 2 assemblies in the country. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, He has bared his national ambitions. He has renamed his party to Bharat Rashtriya Samiti. Mamata Banerjee has national ambitions. She is one of the strongest regional satraps, but her ambitions did get a jolt after TMC's poor show in Goa. Nitish Kumar, he's a popular OBC face, old and experienced, but not really trusted by many, also doesn't have much pull outside of Bihar on his own. Ultimately, even if they overcame all of those hurdles, here's the numbers game. The BJP plus the current allies, the NDA in other words, have 331 seats. UPA has 109 parties opposed to the BJP, but with personal ambitions like the Congress has, like the TMC, BRS, etc. They have about 61. Parties that have a history of siding with the BJP have 37, but they're not allies today. Even if I put that in the other camp, so if I give UPA plus those that are more Congress-minded but also have issues, plus those who have a history with the BJP in the past, that stands at 207 currently in the Lok Sabha today. Exactly how are these parties in a position to unseat the BJP? Even if all of them come together, even that frankly happening is a far-fetched dream, pre or poll-post alliance. So the big debate that's coming up today, even as Mallikarjun Kharge declares that they will lead an opposition alliance, is the Congress out of touch of its own standing and ground reality?
Government will come in center. Congress will lead. We are talking with other parties.
देश देख रहा है, एक अकेला कितनों को भारी पड़ रहा है। एक कन्विक्शन के कारण चला हूं। देश के लिए जीता हूं, देश के लिए कुछ करने के लिए निकला हुआ हूं।
If you vote for TMC, vote for TMC, and it's a challenge that we will defeat BJP in the 24 election. It is our commitment and credibility.
The violence that takes place in Bengal, they came to Goa, spent huge amounts of money in Goa, and the idea was to help the BJP.
Let's go across to the guests who are joining us and discuss the big update that's coming in as far as the Congress party is concerned. Salman Soz of the Congress is joining us, Neeti Jain of the BJP. I'm also joined by Ravula Sridhar Reddy, senior BRS leader, and some more guests are joining us in just a bit. I want to begin with Mr. Reddy itself. You've been on this show before to discuss exactly what is this opposition unity and alliance that is going to come into force ahead of 2024. The BRS wants to stitch so-called third front. What do you make of Mallikarjun Kharge's statement today? He, Jairam Ramesh, all of the Congress leaders believe there is no hope for regional parties unless you come under the umbrella of the Congress party.
That is, Congress opinion. If that is right, if they are strong on that particular opinion, what happened in 2014 and 2018? Could Congress form the government in this country? So, if they say that there is no hope for the regional parties, that is their opinion. But we don't have to worry about it. And we never said we are going to form a front, but definitely we work for the opposition unity. At the same time, our leader has made it very clear, at this juncture, it is not about joining few political parties, making a front, or joining, gathering few leaders and all that. We wanted a debate in this country on the alternative politics in this country and an alternative development model in the country and how to utilize the resources optimally and, make it useful to the country's benefit and development.
Okay.
This is what we wanted. And Congress and BJP wanted the same kind of discussion today. And the country is not about BJP and Congress. Today, the ultimate need is to debate.
But Mr. Reddy, won't you say the time to debate is practically over. It's just 1 year to go ahead of the next general election. Some sort of formula and strategy has to come into place. Isn't the Congress party also right when it says that it is the only national alternative to the BJP and other parties have to come together with the Congress to defeat the BJP?
If people of this country would have thought so, they would have given the opportunity in 2018 at least, when they lost the power in 2014. So it is not my basic idea to say Congress is not suitable or Congress is not alternative. That's not my job. I can only tell you at this point in time, we are here to propose a strong alternate to BJP, a model which will work for the development of the country. And our leader wants to go to the national space, and we want to go to every place in this country and let the people debate. And let the people debate and discuss on the failures of Narendra Modi and what is needed from the opposition today as an alternative, to form the government in 2023. That is what at this juncture it is needed. And a right point in time, an appropriate time, the unity will come, the numbers will work out, the arithmetic will come, and people will definitely, choose their leader.
Okay,
who
but
will be the Prime Minister of
one
this
thing
country.
is clear, that some sort of alliance needs to be made. If all of these parties have to come together and beat the BJP, it can only happen when there is some sort of alliance. I believe Dr. Shantanu Sen of the TMC is also with us. Before I go across to our Congress and BJP representatives, let's see if I can get a comment from him as well. Dr. Shantanu Sen, if you can hear me, some sort of arrangement has to be made. And there is currently no other option. Mallikarjun Kharge says, but for parties like you to come together with the Congress party, and the Congress has to lead that national alliance against the BJP.
See, our stand is very clear. First of all, I would like to remind you, if Congress would not have come to 44 from 450, which they got once upon a time, then we would not have seen this misrule of this BJP government, number one. Number two, we have seen the way this Congress party is falling like house of cards. In one way, they are having Bharat Jodo Jatra. On the other hand, the senior leaders like Ghulam Nabi Azad and many more, they are leaving the party. Number three, in several states like Madhya Pradesh, like Goa, we have seen the way the elected representatives of Congress, they are getting sold out to BJP. My submission is, our stand is very clear. All India Trinamool Congress said the prior target is to oust BJP from this country to give a social, real, political and economic freedom to the people of India. And for the same in a particular state, the party which can take BJP head on, these parties should be supported by other oppositions.
So you believe
like
that
in our state, it's only All India Trinamool Congress. In Delhi, it's up. In Uttar Pradesh, it's Samajwadi Party, so on and so forth. And after the election, there should be a post-poll alliance where the people of country at large will decide who is going to lead the country.
Okay. So if all of these parties then get good enough numbers, then you will come together post-elections and decide who the Prime Minister is going to be.
One more point, and Congress should keep it in mind that yes, we also want to oust BJP, but we are not ready to tolerate the elder brotherly attitude of this Congress party.
Okay. I think you've set it up perfectly. Salman Soz, you've heard from parties, the likes of parties who have good regional strength, the BRS and the TMC, and they're very clear about how they see the Congress party today.
Well, of course, it is their prerogative to view the Congress party or any other party the way they feel is best from their perspective. But, like my TMC colleague, friend said, I think opposition unity cannot be built if we target each other. I know that he talked about Ghulam Nabi Azad Sahab, who left our party, but in West Bengal, the leadership of the BJP is from the TMC. And we know how these things happen. He knows how these things happen, how the government and its allies in the, I know the Prime Minister says he's walking by himself, but he's got his ED and CBI and income tax and News 18 and other media. So these things happen. We know how these things happen. We should not blame each other for that, I think. That is my humble submission to my TMC colleague. But as far as opposition unity is concerned, the Congress party, the party president, Kharge ji, all he has said is what is a factual statement. The factual statement is that opposition unity cannot just be created out of nothing. It has to have some core. And whether we like it or not, the Congress party has the biggest vote share by far and has the biggest footprint by far of any political party in the
But you
opposition.
don't win
That
the
doesn't
battles
mean-
versus the BJP. You don't win those battles versus the BJP. That's what the opposition leaders are saying. If they were to leave some seats for
Yes,
you in a
I'm
contest with the BJP, you will not win. Just 1 second, Salman Soz.
I'm coming to that.
No, one second. Abhishek Banerjee has just tweeted a few minutes ago as we debate this. I just read that out to you. You comment on that. He's saying the INC has failed to resist the BJP. The irrelevance, incompetence and insecurity has put them in a state of delirium. Look at the words he is using for you. I urge Rahul Gandhi to revisit their politics of vanity instead of attacking us. This is because they're campaigning in the Northeast. And all these parties are attacking each other. Our growth isn't driven by money. It is people's love that propels us. He's hitting back at what Rahul Gandhi said earlier today. I played out that comment as well. Yes, Salman Soz, respond to this. They don't like this attitude, elderly, brotherly attitude that Shantanu Sen is talking about.
People may like things, people may dislike things. They're free to do so. At the same time, he may even say that we're not resisting. We are the party that actually came out with the biggest political march that at least I've seen in my lifetime, and I'm sure everybody else, so that we go and talk to people about the issues that confront them.
And then
day
what?
in and day out. Wait a second. Day in and day out, the Congress party
Mr. Salman,
is the only
I would like
party.
to remind you.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Then you can remind me of a lot of things. Let me finish. I'm saying that day in and day out, our party spokespersons, our party leaders are holding the government accountable for all of the things that this government is doing, all of the misrule, from the Adani scam to anything that you talk about. Who's doing it? It's the Congress party standing firm. Where are the other parties? We welcome their support. We want to work with all the opposition parties, and this is not about our elderly brother attitude and other things. We genuinely want to work with everybody in the opposition who's genuinely opposed to the BJP.
No, but you want that because you ultimately believe that you will have the upper hand as and when the election results come. You will not make somebody else the Prime Minister.
Wait a second. We believe as a party that the most important thing is for us to oust this government. Whoever is genuinely opposed to the RSS and the BJP, we'll have a platform and we'll share it with them.
Okay.
Prime Ministership and other things, those things come later. First,
Can I just remind you, Jairam Ramesh just a few days ago said, I think it was a taunt against the TMC, that these are two-faced parties. They say one thing in our meetings and they go and do something else. With so much distrust, I don't know how you guys are going to come together. Neeti, just hold on with me for 2 more minutes. Mr. Reddy wanted to intervene and respond to Mr. Soz. Yes, very quickly, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind you, Salman Sozji, that, all through the Bharat Jodo Yatra, Congress leaders were kept on saying, this is not this is not a political yatra and all. We just wanted to unite people and all. They never had any political agenda during this yatra at all. And Congress could not stand as an alternative in the past 2 terms. And they have miserably failed. Congress and BJP, two sides of the same coin. And Congress failed the country for 60 years. Now for the past 9 years, rather 8.5 years, the BJP is failing this country in all aspects. And both the parties have failed to meet the aspirations of the country. No, we need, and people of the country started looking beyond these two political parties.
Brother Reddy, if the Congress party has failed, my brother,
to get a right alternative to the country, a right alternative model. Both parties have failed the country miserably. They could not create proper employment. They could not use the resources properly. And there are many issues that they could not handle properly. So at this point in time, the country needs a strong alternative political force, which will come in right point in time.
Let him respond now. Let him respond.
My brother, Mr. Reddy, if the Congress and its ideology had failed, then how would so many parties, including yours, that actually came from the Congress party, where actually the seed is the same?
They have not came from the Congress
party.
The
seed is the same. In some ways, the Congress party has been very successful because the Congress party has spread so far and wide with other parties, like yours, with TMC. The one in Andhra Pradesh.
Our party born out of the people's aspirations to form a separate Telangana. Now we wanted to work for the country So we have changed the name to Bharat Rashtra Samiti.
Yes,
we are
you're
totally a different.
You're welcome to change the name.
It's not
I'm
about
just saying
Congress
that the
Party.
Congress,
We have not come
in-
from Congress Party. You are wrongly informed.
Okay, can I come in?
In many respects, Congress Party has succeeded beyond your imagination, but we have also many difficulties which we are trying to overcome, and we hope to overcome them with like-minded parties.
Yeah, but you keep making those same mistakes. That is one of the big criticisms against the Congress Party. You haven't learned since 2014. How long is everybody going to wait for you to assume your position? The Congress believes it is by default meant to be in power. Niti Jain, how are you looking at all of this?
Shivani, I think this debate portrays the current political scenario. The different parties in the opposition can fight it out among themselves. I think we'll just sit on the side and do the work that we have been doing for the past 9 years, and we continue to do that. That said, I think the Congress has made this promise in 2014 and 19. I think they need to tell us now and tell us, not the BJP, as the citizens of this country. I think they need to tell us what is so different going forward in 2024. I think they've lost credibility if not gained anything out of that. So I think that is one thing that they need to tell us. Two, if they go to the to the different parties, they need to go with some numbers and credibility. They have 2 states where they are they're ruling right now, and they lost in the entire country.
3 states
and
now.
Wherever
3
they
states.
are, they have a huge amount of infighting that is going on within their party. So वो अपनी party का alliance तो बना नहीं पा रहे. They're trying to make an alliance in an entire country. They could not find a Congress party president for 3 years. And that is the state of Congress party within. So if they have ambitions as a citizen of this country, I think I've always maintained we need a strong opposition, an opposition that can question on policies, and they can have constructive debates on the development of this country. But it is not our job to help them make that coalition or
Obviously
in
not.
any other way.
But would you not
I think,
prefer the Congress lead this alliance, given that you are always more comfortable fighting the Congress? You are not as comfortable fighting the TMC, for example. The Aam Aadmi Party, for example, barring of course what happened in Gujarat, they were too ambitious. But there is the BRS, there is the DMK. In many of these states, the BJP finds it hard to fight these regional parties.
Right. So, one, I am not going to comment on who should be the leader of the opposition alliance. I think it is for them to decide on that factor. The second thing, I think today and with the current global scenario going forward, Modi ji remains the national leader who can emerge as somebody who is working for the country, who is a national and an international figure who's trustworthy not just in the country but outside the country as well.
Okay.
So I think the citizens of this country understand the global scenario and they know what they want for the country.
Okay.
So the infighting within the Congress party and with the alliances is not the BJP's problem at all. Our issue is to work for the development of the country, and that is what we have been doing. So the opposition can
So you are
find out
saying
what they need to
despite
do
10
between
years,
themselves.
there is absolutely no anti-incumbency against Narendra Modi as the head of the central government. Whatever happens in states is slightly different. Shantanu Sen, I want to come to you with exactly that. You know, you are boisterous because you won West Bengal for a 3rd time and won it convincingly against the BJP, although they improved by a few thousand% their seats from 3 to 70 plus. That does not mean that people look at Mamata Banerjee as a prime ministerial candidate. That's the reality.
Have you ever heard Madam Mamata Banerjee speaking that she wants to be prime minister? Rather, she is the only leader in the country who has categorically said, if needed, I am ready to stand at the being the last person of the queue. But my first target is to oust BJP. Have you ever seen any Trinamool Congress leader saying that, yes, Madam Mamata Banerjee is fighting only for becoming Prime Minister? But the practical scenario says that Madam Mamata Banerjee, Trinamool Congress, whenever we have taken BJP head on, in most of the cases we have defeated BJP. Unlike Congress, where they themselves got defeated.
But so then why would you come out and say the Congress has an elderly brother attitude if you don't mind that?
Once again I repeat, yes, we want an united opposition, but if a party thinks that they are the elder brother to others, then we are not ready to accept that. Definitely, we believe in united opposition. Everyone should oppose unitedly. That's fine, fair enough. Once again, I repeat our stand. In a particular state, the political party who is competent enough to fight back BJP, that party should be supported in that particular state.
Okay, so what do you mean by that? Mr. Sen, Abhishek Banerjee also pointed out how Congress came and fought 90 seats in Bengal. Why did they do so? Was it to help the BJP? We know though the Congress barely mattered as far as the Bengal elections are concerned. They were completely routed out. Derek O'Brien is...
of course.
But explain, once again, explain to me, when you say, let's say I assume all of you are able to come together, see eye to eye for a larger goal of beating the BJP and booting them out, you come together. How does this work? TMC fights BJP in West Bengal? Nobody else fights in West Bengal? Is that what you're suggesting then?
Let me tell you the fact. We have defeated CPM. Congress was fighting against CPM for 34 years. And now that Congress, which is having 0 seat in our West Bengal State Assembly, they have shaken hands with CPM to fight against Trinamool Congress. What is the proof? What does it prove? CPM was the main enemy of Congress. We all were in Congress. We defeated CPM. Now to defeat Trinamool Congress, Congress is holding hand of CPIM.
Okay.
And those two parties are having 0 seats in West Bengal Legislative Assembly. Does it
answer.
Really
I get that point, but answer my question. How does this so-called opposition unity work? How are you going to divide your seats? You're going to basically tell the Congress stay away from West Bengal. Let us fight the BJP in West Bengal. Am I right?
Shivani, one thing I want
Congress
to
has
add.
no role here in the state of West Bengal. They are big 0 here.
But Congress will say the same when you go to other states then. Why do you go to other states?
Shivani,
whenever there is any gap, whenever there is any vacuum, whenever
And then who becomes the leader of this united alliance if that is ever to form?
That is post-poll, Niti. That they will decide depending on what the results are. Yes, Mr. Reddy wants to come in. And then Mr. Soz as well. Yes, Mr. Reddy.
Have you ever gone to Delhi? Have you ever
even
gone to
BJP runs an NDA government. They also have to have many political parties representing them in various states. So, forming a proper opposition unity is not a big deal.
No, sir, it's not comparable. Mr. Reddy, how can you compare today's situation in the opposition to what the BJP and the NDA have?
So?
The BJP alone has majority.
At this point in time, they may have a majority, but 2024 will not be the same case. You will see that. And they are overconfident today. A party, a prime minister who cannot even answer in the parliament of various issues, cannot even face the press, which is a general responsibility of the prime minister to attend press conferences, answer the nation. So they are overconfident today. They will also learn the lessons in the days to come.
So I think he's answering the nation the way he wants to with the work that he's done. And if that is not an answer that is acceptable to you, I think as a country, the people are accepting that answer.
No democratic leader.
Sir, the point is, you are an opposition that does not let the parliament function. You don't know how to have a constructive debate on the matters of this country. You people have not let the parliament function in subsequent sessions. So please don't question the government. As an opposition, you need to answer the country. As to why is it that the parliament does not function? You have no points to have a constructive debate on any important matter in this country.
Let's have a constructive debate. Accept articulated speeches, nice nomenclature.
So then stop letting, at least start letting the parliament function. Start letting the parliament function. All you guys do is narebazi in the parliament. That is not what the job of the opposition is.
Can I just come in? One second. Mr. Reddy, please hold back for a minute. I think you've made your point, but my fundamental question is, all of this has been said about Narendra Modi. It was said ahead of 2019 too. Look at what happened. They came back with a bigger mandate. And many political pundits believe that the BJP hasn't quite hit its ceiling. It's expected they will lose some seats somewhere. They could gain somewhere else too. But I have a minute left. Just for being fair, let me give Salman Soz a word here too.
Look,
Salman, here's my question. As far as the challenge of the BJP is concerned, they're looking as strong as ever. So a lot of this, that if we come together, they'll be reduced to this much. If we come together, people will vote for the alternative. Then we'll figure it out later after the results. All of that sounds like wishful thinking.
No, I think what it seems to me is perhaps some in the media might be thinking that the good days will continue, and the good days are only for a few people in this country and for the Indian media, for the mainstream media. Otherwise, good days are not for Achhe, they are for nobody else. But let me just say that the kind of
it is not these three people that vote in the elections. We are coming back.
Mr. Modi, the kind of joblessness that we see in this country, I think that is going to bite them big time in 2024. What happened in 2019 is unlikely to repeat in 2024. That is what I feel.
Well, before 2024, fair enough, but before 2024, there are a lot of key elections in 2023 too. If the Congress doesn't manage to pull up its socks, I'm not sure you're going to be the fulcrum of the opposition unity.
Well, we are fighting as hard as we can, and let's see what the results are. Maybe then you'll maybe have a different tune in a couple of months.
Okay. Neeti, final 30 seconds, please.
I think the Congress needs to wake up and smell the coffee. They can keep saying that it is only, and now the media is also involved in this entire gaining out of the BJP angle. But the point is that it is not just three people that vote in elections. State after state, the BJP has been strong and the people have been reposing their faith in the BJP. And that is what you need to wake up and smell that coffee, sir. That is all I'd like to say.
Okay,
the
I will leave it at that.
Job, I am not going to come.
We need to see some action as far as this opposition unity is concerned. Right now, they're having some meetings off and on, but actually they're also charging each other for not really being on the same page. So we've got barely any time. You need time to send that message to the public as well. You'll need some sort of common program that you can talk about. You cannot talk about various issues which you don't see eye to eye on. I've run out of time for today, but of course we'll continue to debate this as the elections draw closer.